It's gonna be a fight. And I wouldn't think that. Right. Not this.
Nailed. You know that, right?
No.
Boy, I hate that thing. Call the work session to order. Who would like to start? Go ahead. Please.
Me?
Yeah.
What do I say?
Do you have any questions about tonight's agenda?
No.
No, I would say, I would like to mention though, the fire department, another great. I mean, that was an amazing fire they took out the other day, and props to the fire department and all the fires that we have. I mean, that was, I don't know if anybody's driven by the house down there.
I heard about
We've
it.
had, thank God no one got hurt.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I should say.
Absolutely. Very scary.
I'm excited to hear from Chief Trombley. Oh, wait, you were on vacation. You probably don't have any reports to give.
Hey, absolutely.
Please step up to the mic. Okay, I'm jealous. I want to go on vacation sometime.
Answer any direct question.
Body cameras, how is that going?
It's going well.
Is it?
We're transitioned oil wires. And the transition happened on the 15th. From the courthouse back to us.
Okay,
The redaction software is cumbersome. We are working through that, but the process is working well. Tasers, we have brand new tasers that were purchased last year. And they've been sitting, we've rolled those out, half our department, half our patrol division is now trained and equipped to use those. The reason why the other half has not is vacation time and time off. We'll get them as they come back. But that's another program that's launched just this past week, or actually, today was the final day I started. As opposed to the time off. We have been working very diligently on other things. More specifically, the downtown area, all areas are getting attention from the police department, but the downtown area, Eagle Monument, under bridges, the needle fines have been extremely high over the last week and a half. Just on Wednesday, Tuesday, we found 200 plus Eagle monuments. There was 2 days prior to that, there was 200 plus report.
100 plus?
200 plus both times. At the base of the footbridge on the Cumberland Ave side. We have deployed some signs to create deterrence and to better aid us. But we are working with our partners, had a conversation with Michelle Gregory from Community Services. We don't have enough housing for people. There's just not a place to put people in need. We are working together, and our partnerships are strong, but we are working together to try to find a place to help these people. The drug epidemic is real, still very much alive. I know we don't see the fatalities that we once do, but it doesn't mean that we fix the problem. We are working very diligently on it, identifying. We're creating some heat maps, not only for the use of needles when we're finding them, but also to help us direct us to the locations and areas that we can identify.
are there, I mean, I don't know if this would help. I don't know how you guys feel if it would or not, but having containers down there, do you feel that that kind of thing helps at all, or
So
are they pretty much ignoring that?
very, very good point, Counselor. There is one on the other side of that. So they are around. We put them in low visible areas to help people feel confident enough to put them in a proper receptacle. They're just not using them right now. I think we have an influx with our nice weather. We have an influx of movement, and it's all of our services are in the downtown area. So when people are coming here for help, whether they receive the help or have to wait to receive the help, it puts people in this general vicinity, which we know that, we're
Yeah.
just trying to mitigate and help assess people, what their needs are, and how to get them to systems of care. Which is different for everyone.
Right, right.
Some of them have made some rules lately that make it harder. They come
Like
down
what?
here they ride the cart bus down into the city and they don't have an appointment. They're being told they have to leave.
Yeah, I
So
was
they're
gonna bring
stuck
that up, but I didn't know if I
They're
should.
stuck in downtown for the day and, you know, sometimes that idleness isn't the greatest thing.
I mean, to Julie's point though, is it useful to have more of the containers? I mean, I know they have existing ones there, but. Not really, or you think they won't use them any?
It's not the same. It's an analogy, but it is not the same. But you have cigarette containers everywhere too, and people still flip
Yeah.
those.
Good point,
Okay.
good point.
Fair enough.
So they are being used, just not by,
Are there local like methadone resources
yes,
for people?
yes.
Okay, I'm not,
I'm
I
very,
learned about that.
very much connected with all of those support
Mhm.
agencies. They're very much working with us. There just is a huge influx.
and a big waiting list too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Rochelle Gregory is. I've had the pleasure of meeting her several times and she's on it. I mean,
She's a very strong partner, and there are many, I should say, many pillars that. So the training that you allowed me, the board allowed me to go on, I appreciate it. It wasn't fun, but I can tell you that Clinton County is ahead of the curve. It was a national seminar that we went to, it was called Policy Academy. We sat in many workshops together. We are not behind the curve. This is a national issue. With that being said, we can't sit stagnant. And the people on our team. We've worked together for years. We are now in a place to really force change to happen in a really positive way. And we're not gonna let you down, but it's gonna take time. Innovation, money, teamwork, we're moving the needle. It's gonna be a relevant path.
okay. I'm sorry, go ahead. No,
No.
the scooter. How
E-bikes.
far, is that what you were gonna say?
I was gonna ask something.
Yeah.
about that.
For sure.
Go ahead.
So it's been a topic. I don't run my life by rules of three, but I've heard it 3 times, so we're addressing it proactively. Sat at a lot of meetings. I've sat with Emma, the CD. To try to collaborate using their marketing and their expertise, but I'm kind of building this as a 5-tier platform. The youth, the adults, city laws being one of them, law enforcement would be another one. So I have a training set up, scheduled, I sought it out, came out of Rochester, Rochester and Syracuse area seem to have a handle. So I pulled the team out of there, we're having a regional law enforcement training class, September 24th. That class will hold 50 people, I'm sure we'll go over that, but that's to help educate us, so we feel confident in our knowledge and what to do next. I've set the meetings and coming up with some ideas with the school district. So all of these components should help compile a campaign, calling it a campaign, because there's many cylinders I'm hitting on here. It won't be prepared for this fall, but for spring, when the thaw happens and we see the reemergence of bikes, I want to make sure that we have this in play. We did have a class that goes through every single elementary school in the district to include Seton Catholic. Our bike officers went and taught them to, an educated youth becomes an educated adult. And there's some other really good ideas that I sat in on coordinating with, so we're trying to put that together for the springtime for sure.
What's Rochester and Syracuse doing that is ahead of the curve or?
So their city is they have proper paths. I should, let me rephrase it. Their streets were built and reconfigured to allow for the bike lane to be well identified, delineators in place, their parking lane is actually, it goes sidewalk, bike lane, parking lane. Our roads can't handle that, they're not wide enough, and most of them never will be. But they seem to be ahead of the curve, just education. It's, you know, if the public doesn't embrace it because of frustration, or lack of knowledge or understanding, we're never gonna get anywhere. So it's not just educating the users of the e-bikes and bicycles, it's also educating the pedestrians, the operators of vehicles, and the general public at large. When we sit in a traffic light, we see bikes and e-scooters go flying by us at red light, it frustrates the operator and others. So we have to make sure that the bike operator understands they have to follow every vehicle in traffic law as the vehicle does. And then make sure that the vehicle operator knows that the bicycle has every right to be there, just like.
And I'm not saying that we should go this avenue or this route, but are there laws that we can create that would make it a little bit more, you know, conflicting for them to, or not, so they couldn't get away with it, basically?
So the law that comes to mind is the play vehicle law. In my opinion, I think that we probably should update that.
What is that?
The play vehicle,
Okay,
regarding
Yeah.
skateboards and landscapes, it doesn't really establish what a e-bike is and even involve it. Just a little updated, probably should look at it and include the electric vehicle.
I mean, I've been seeing, I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing those. They're standing up and it's like,
The unicycle
Yeah.
thing?
I saw a guy go up Cornelius and I swear to you, he had to have been doing 40 because he was going faster than the cars.
Yeah, and so each speed and the device has a different class. But there's only a certain level of class that's allowed on the city streets. Just like the loop in the fire chief, because we had a discussion as well, so these batteries become a concern too, and we're charging them inside. It's another layer of education that we'll partner on.
Have we done any citations against anyone?
I want to say there was one, sir,
One,
one.
because I mean, I'm not kidding you. Just in the last 2 weeks, I've seen 3 events.
A lot of warnings have been issued, isn't it? Did I see that in one of your reports that
Yeah.
you're starting to report on those things?
Yes.
Which is education, right?
It's education for enforcement, the two things that we do in law enforcement, educate and enforce. It's hard to knee jerk to just enforce everything when they really haven't been enforced. So we're working on that as well. And having touch points with, at Parks and Live with people, citizens that come to.
Yeah, I was kinda hoping there was gonna be something last week at South Acres, but I didn't see it. And there was no one there.
No, we don't have the pamphlet quite. It wasn't very
Okay,
controlled.
okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
Because we'll probably I envision having bike officers there as well. Another touch point, and a phone call that I made conversations that I had was with the point of sale. So I've spoken with several point of sale establishments who were thrilled that we're even one talking about it, and two willing to partner with the agents. You know, what that looks like, I have some imaginative ideas, but let's just say, they're handing not just a pamphlet, but maybe a training session out that we can host at the Plattsburgh Police Department once a quarter. So that we can take these new riders and educate them at point of purchase. Just an idea.
Yeah,
We just got 900 new students today too.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be Luke and Plattsburgh State.
So
That's a good
they also have a team on this that actually fixes bikes and e-bikes. Which I wasn't aware. To that point, sir, with the influx of traffic, the traffic patterns are gonna change a little bit. Residents now who aren't from this area, and it's been, summer. So be patient with them, everybody, and we're out there is trying to identify that and helping educate those issues as well.
I mean, I'd like to say it's gonna slow down during the winter, and it will. But I swear to you, last year, we saw people with treads, with little things on their tires so they could get through the snow. I mean, it was ridiculous. I
Changing their e-bike tire.
really want to get to work.
For some, it's their only transportation.
It's fair. We don't want to exclude these individuals who want to embrace them, so it is a mode of transportation, and we all have to follow rules, that's all.
Yeah, and that's,
And that equals safety.
and I will give the gentleman credit this morning, the one I saw going up, he did have a helmet on. Obviously, he knew he was gonna be doing 40 miles an hour on his
It's too fast. It
little
wasn't
one
beyond
wheel
class, so.
thing there.
I think I did covered a couple things. Anyone have any questions?
I'm good. Covered all the things.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jim, did you have something?
Oh, I was gonna get on the e-bike thing, just like she, but she started it, so.
This is just kind of for council and mayor, but when we get these emails from people that, like, we got this one from the person who's not in the city that had a complaint. Like, do people respond to those? Does somebody ever respond to them?
I have a couple of times, but I feel like all it does is,
Okay,
and, they're outside of the
Right.
area, and that particular one we could talk about maybe another time.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Beth, I would safely say we get, everything we get, gets responded to by the
By
appropriate.
you guys.
that is
By the
so
appropriate-
good.
It's
Beth
by
is
the
excellent.
appropriate department.
Okay, so we don't necessarily have to feel, I mean, I can't help but feel compelled to be like, it's.
Yeah, I
okay,
know.
just Tell him. where to
You
go.
wanna reach
Not
out.
that way, but like, where to look for how.
We get so much stuff.
Um,
One
Yeah.
that was out of the, they forwarded to you. I think Mayor Justin, because they were out, they thought it was in city, but it was out.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
You should see, so there you go.
Oh, you do, okay.
I forwarded on to Mr. Fuller.
Yeah, we usually, I would respond to it.
Okay, so that helps us know, that's kind of for you too, Jackie, I guess, because I'm learning things, but when I get things from my ward specifically, I always reply, even if you do.
Absolutely.
And if you'll sometimes
absolutely.
get them for other districts, I've gotten some calls sometimes that happen to be, they don't know which ward they're in.
Just generally.
So, but it's nice to know that you guys have that.
Yeah. It's good for
Um,
me to know too.
So I had a question, that I asked Mike about a couple of things, about the new capital project. The public service buildings, they've updated the costs on it. And, I understand that some of those, some of it was clear in these resolutions that follow. But the question I had was about the $80,000. It's like saying, hi, here's why the budget, we've increased it, and now we're asking for 80,000, and I'm just wondering.
Okay, so there's a couple things that we have going on here. First, the original project cost was over what the budget was. We made a decision at the time of award, that we would wait until we got about halfway through the project to adjust the capital spending resolution, so that's part of it. And then the next phase of it is there's change orders, and we have changes to the scope that would like to be made. Okay, they don't have to. Two big ones are, believe it or not, the center railing, which during the design phase, the original stairs, the monument stairs did not have a railing. The railing was an afterthought. The railing is also the reason why we lost 26 treads. The center railing, we surface mount the railing into a granite tread was over time. So the center railing, we said should put that back in. The next would be the section of sidewalk. For whatever reason, design phase, the sidewalk from the backside of the curb to the first rise was not included in scope, as was a section of sidewalk on the south side of the building. And those are items that need to be done or should be done. Now, the good news about the front sidewalk is that's reimbursable under CHIPS. So of that $80,000, I think it's $22,000 that sidewalks.
And because it was a historical building, it's why they did town. There's no big handrails. We have to have a handrail. I mean, we have to, and it was not included in the original scope. We sat down and went over.
Well, there was a back and forth because
But, yeah.
the designer, the ADA was like, they had pictures and it's like, no, there's no railing. And actually, go and goes like, well, really, it's, you're removing something. And so we kind of made a compromise. The side rails have been gone for quite some time, but the center rail, if you watch people traverse in and out of the building, a lot of people love to come up them front stairs. I mean, even though the sides are a lot easier. So that center rail is important, so, and not only that, we're installing in such a manner where it's not gonna be directly fastened in treads, it's gonna be concealed between the treads, so it won't break the treads. So that is the reason for the extra, and then the balance of it, like I said, the overall adjustment to the spending resolution is 215,000. Which there's 127 of that was from prior projects that had gone over. Which would be the windows and the roof project. And then the balance of it is just that, are we gonna, do we wanna do the railing, do we wanna do that sidewalk? We should, point of reference, if I don't know if it makes you feel any better, I know no one wants to spend money, but. The second place bid was still higher than the project it currently is, I think it was 1.75, 1.79 million, and then this one was 1.4.
And out of that 80, it's gonna be offset with CHIPS money by, I think,
21.
20, yeah, so it's not an $80,000, it's almost gonna be offset by that. You know, we went over it previously, so that's.
Yeah.
And a very good explanation from, AEDA.
Yeah, we're getting towards, the good news is what you're seeing now, so that both the north and the south entrances are complete. As far as the drainage portion of it goes, went well, we will test, there actually is a pumping system along with the new trench drains and there's heating. Trench drains that don't freeze up in the winter time, so once the stairs are complete, we'll go ahead and do a test run on that. But the stairs themselves, you see, we're in the last phases. I believe we'll have treads either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. The 26 pieces, plus there's some limestone panels that installed, so that were damaged.
Awesome, big project. Thank you.
That great thing that's over on the other side, I don't know what it is. It's not a great, it's a,
Oh, the catch basin, yeah, so.
It's
I'm gonna-
open.
I'm gonna fabricate, I looked at some options that they gave me to close that opening up a little bit. We'll fabricate something in-house. With this one.
the mayor came up with a really good suggestion.
Gonna get it, yeah,
We can do that.
put that down there, and nobody.
Well,
goes
they're
there.
only there.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's a little cheap.
So there's that, the drop inlet, we looked at a couple options there, but yeah, we're gonna fabricate.
A little balloon coming out of there.
Because every time I look at it, I
Nobody
think,
going
oh my
near it.
God, that's just, animals big time and
It's
a child.
It's a catch 22. We had to do something with the volume, with the flooding we had last year. For some reason, and Richard was flooded at least 3 times and Sandbag house of 4. I said at least 3.
You said back doors, so you have a few folks from, we did 6 altogether.
The one nice thing too is we did separate some of the stormwater system from the building, put it out directly to the storm system.
I was just gonna ask that.
Yes, we did.
You got my question, all right,
Yes.
all right.
What's this, the pedestal lights, is that? for-
So the pedestal lights are the 2 big lights that never worked out for, or you probably never worked out for. They actually weren't original either, but they were added at some point in history, but they are historical in nature, so they got sent away, they get cleaned up. They were missing parts. So when they got there, this over time, they're probably fleur-de-lis or whatever, extra piece that had to be added. So when they went back to the furbisher, they needed extra money to do that also.
So when it's finished, it's gonna look like a
It'll
picture.
be original, they will be LED lights, so better fixtures. Side.
Sweet.
Awesome.
All good?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions for tonight's resolution?
Yeah, I had a question about the Ashbore Clinton County Soil and Water Agreement, is that Alicia? Or,
I can tag team it, I put with the resolution, so
Okay.
depending on what the question is, I can answer it. Andrew Jordan has been overseeing the conversation now, so if it supports that. I think
It's just a quick one that this, I wanted to know if it funded the residential removal and replacement, or is it just properties that are on the city?
It's within city.
Okay,
So there's actually. There's a environmental justice zone. That we have to adhere to, so it's not everywhere in the city, there's certain areas within the city that we actually had to go. Street by street and identify ash trees that were within our limit.
the sidewalk to the road.
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
So we did that, created a spreadsheet, this MOU is for $40,000 worth of. Removal of the trees, so once you guys approve the MOU tonight, then we will go to the contractor, the Sutherland County contractor to do tree removal. We'll get an estimate from them and we will remove $40,000 worth of trees.
That's great.
Are those trees dead? Is that why they're being removed?
Yes, well, so
I was gonna say.
if they're not dead, they will be dead.
Good day.
I see. They died.
The emeralds have more kills all of the trees, it's not a matter of. If,
Over by Penfield Park, there's
yeah,
something.
it's 60 of this to Penfield.
Yeah,
Oh, I have a
Yeah,
question about
it's
that.
actually goes with the original list, that's kind of our fallback if he comes to us and says, hey, it's only gonna cost you $30,000, you'll get another 10,000, so we'll start whacking the trees.
For point of reference, we've done 2 rounds so far out of operating budget, did a budget transfer and budget transfer was 50,000. We had 20,000, so we had 70,000, we spent $40,000 to $45,000 of our regular tree budget. Budget, so after go through the grant money, we'll look at the ones that still pose a immediate threat. We'll address those, and then we're gonna have to come up with a number for next year, because we're not gonna get them all this season. We need to get the ones that are gonna cause property damage, property. That's what we're talking.
this morning on the news, my husband said he saw or heard something about. Beth can attest because she saw it. I didn't see it.
He said there's
That they could spray the trees. So you're gonna have a flux of misinformation on these people who think that they can spray these trees, which is not going to help. I know, I Googled it and they're hopeless. Well, no, anyway, there's a whole wrapping thing you can do. I know that, but, you're gonna have these people thinking they can spray these trees and that's gonna make it all, all better. So, I mean, I'm wondering,
We were told that the only way to remove this invasive species is through trees.
Yep.
That's it.
Is there like a tiered method where the ones that are the most dead are getting moved and then the ones that are still alive and aren't posing a hazard?
We did rate them based on, completely dead or not, they still got a little life to them.
Yeah,
So yes, we will take down the ones that we get more dangerous.
okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna replant?
So part of that MOU, they give us $2,000 to purchase new trees to replant. We just are responsible to plant them. So that's something we'll be looking into once we get all the trees.
2,000?
2,000. But you can buy trees from EEC pretty cheap. They have a nursery. So we can purchase some good trees.
Is there a process regarding what breed of tree?
What's that?
Is there like a process regarding what type of tree is chosen to replace them?
So generally, there are 4 species of trees that we use in the city just because of the height underneath utility lines or root penetration, because we have a lot of utilities that fall within green space area between sidewalk and curb. So that's generally the type of species that we look for. We use them here on Margaret Street. We did that, Hogan Avenue. So we've kind of standardized the 4 species that we use.
Interesting.
Okay.
And one more tiny little question of, and it's, I think for Emma, it's the board runner group. And we have, looks like 3,800, if we got a $5,000 grant and we want to spend 3,800 on it, and I just wanted to know if that. Because it looks like it was back in 2023 that we got the money, and had anything been spent on it, or this is just gonna be the first expenditure on that, and we'll still.
Yeah, this is the first, so yeah, in 2023, it was. Deposited into the general fund, and so, but we budgeted for using it for this, like brochure project, so. We're contracting, hoping to contract for Better Group to do the design, and so this would incorporate the design on the website, and then also, a design for a potential printed version, which we would seek out in the future. Through maybe using the rest of the funding from the 5,000, and in addition, some partnerships and sponsorships along the way. But this is, just the start.
It's nice that we're using it. I mean, weird that, I mean, it happens, I get it, but it takes sometimes a long time to come up with projects and spend them, but it's kind of nice to close out some of these that are even out there. Thank you. It's good.
Thank you.
Emma, I don't want to step on Julie's toes, but South Acres,
Oh.
Parks Come Alive was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought it went well. I also should mention while I'm here, Lake City Arts Fest this Saturday from 11 to 4 downtown Plattsburgh, so, Brinkerhoff, Margaret Street. We're gonna have some stuff going on at the kids zone, which is towards the YMCA and the public library, and then, on Brinkerhoff and Margaret will have live music and a beer garden, mocktails also. And so a bunch of artist vendors, demos. So definitely urge you all to check it out. And
Still looking for any volunteers,
I mean, we'll take some extra.
throwing it out.
Anyone wants.
Anybody definitely.
But I think
Are we
we'll-
closing any streets in there?
Yes.
Yeah, I get to stand guard on one. No, I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be perfect weather too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Tonight's event? No other questions. I'm gonna request a brief executive session to discuss financial or credit history of a particular corporation. Could I get a moment? Council Bond, second, Council Colleen, roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Strack,
Yes.
Counselor Talon,
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.
Thank you. Richard, I don't know if you want to call. I entertain a motion to return from executive session where we discuss financial or credit history of a particular corporation. No action was taken during the executive session. Moved by Councilor Bond, second, Councilor Evans. Roll call.
Counselor Bond.
Yes.
Yes. Counselor Strack.
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette.
Yes.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.
Carried. All right, at this time, we'll call the work session over. And then please rise to join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Carlin, can you do a roll call, please?
Mayor Hughes.
Here.
Counselor Bond.
Here.
Counselor Evans.
Here.
Counselor Strack.
Here.
Counselor Talon.
Here.
Counselor Manette.
Here.
Counselor Colleen.
Here.
Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of the Common Council held on August 7th, 2025 are approved and placed on file among the public records of the city clerk's office.
Moved by. Counselor Colleen, second.
Yes.
Counselor Bond. Roll call.
Counselor Bond.
Yes.
Counselor Evans.
Yes.
Counselor Strack.
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette.
Yes.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.
Anyone here this evening with, for public comment? Jonathan? Hey, I saw you today, you didn't say hi. All right. No, sorry about that, I didn't have time to say hi.
Hello, for the record, Jonathan Chiarella, 22 Cornelius Street here in the city. First of all, I've been to these many times. I'm glad to, well, certainly welcome, but the mayor worked with you. But hello, Ms. Strack. I've maybe you'll support me. I've been out of town. I wanted to speak in reference to something earlier with the safety concerns, and I wouldn't want the police to feel any frustration because the research on safety has shown that actually there's kind of a safe system pyramid where the safest thing you can ever do is remove, whether it be physical removal, whatever, you're away from the danger. The two things that are dangerous don't meet. And then below that, you have safety equipment. Maybe you have armor, you have special gloves to wear. Below that is a tag, warning, the least effective, the least bang for your buck is educational. Be careful now. There's a very illustrated example with trains, with freight cars. When they came out, if it's an iPhone, well, they came out in 1800s. They originally came like this. The two things would come, somebody would have to stand outside of a train when they were moving and drop into pin. Many people die. There was an invention in 1873 called Janny coupler, which is what we still use, is the knuckles thing. So the two trains hit and they connect to each other. You don't have to have a person stand out there and drop a pin when the two things line up. And that goes to show that it doesn't matter how skilled you are or how much you tell people to be safe, whenever that's the big concern. So when it comes to anything with the e-bikes or whatever, like, there's more separation, the better. And just education is just, you can try our best, but I don't know, it's not going to be the most bang for a buck. And that's what I'm really thinking about, bang for a buck and not be frustrated. You know, people try and that's right as reviewers. But in general, on this topic, I find it odd that it stands out to us when there is an e-bike. Now, there are basically, they're mostly motorcycles that are heavily electronic versus pedal assist electric bicycles. I'm just talking about e-bikes. We always think we see when they run the stop line, the red light, like, oh, but you can do the math of 50, you know, let's just exaggerate, 200-pound man on a 100-pound bike is still thousands of times less energy, much more than that, as opposed to a 2-ton vehicle, which is the average size of a vehicle. And we don't think about that much. We don't think about it that much to the point that when there's rally cameras, we're like, oh, it's a money grab or a speed trap. We're just so normalized to it. We're like, we just take it for granted. Like, we don't hunt down everybody who runs a stop sign when there are kids starting out, because that's what kids do. They dart out. So with any of this, I know it's rambled a bit with the safety in this, but some of the stuff, I do think about how more people who are disabled, one of the counselors that mentioned about access, and there are more people with disabilities, whether it be poverty or it's an eyesight disability or old age, where they can't drive, but they can walk. Much more of them than there are people who have special elevator equipped vans for wheelchairs, and even people who use wheelchairs do appreciate not having to get it up and out of an elevator, just being able to go around. So kind of asking us to change our way of thinking about some of these things with safety, and also where should the burden lie? I wish, of course, everybody luck with that, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news in education. Oftentimes is this, to deal with the people we have, not the people we'd like to have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else this evening for public comment?
David Hamilton, I live on Market Street, and mine is also on safety. I'm the founder of E-Bike Rider, and for 9 years I've lived here, and for the 9 years I've actually finally spoken up to the police department about having more mobility transportation in the city, about more walking and having more bicycles in use, and they actually were really intrigued by my talk. It was like, they said I was like not just focusing on safety, but not just my own safety, but the other safety of everyone else in the city, so they really liked what I said. So it's like, because all the time I use mobility transportation here in the city all the time. I do, and a lot of times I see drivers, especially right past St. Peter's Church, going through the side streets right past St. Peter's Church and Cornelia Street, just going through a stop signs, and I have addressed these things to city police. But that's the thing: city police can't do everything. They can't be everywhere all at once. So that's why I do this by going to city and doing this by speaking up to the police department and also the city councils here about having this, because it's a great thing to have more walking and cycling in place, because that way it's a lot more safe. Because here in the downtown area, a lot of drivers, there's a lot more pedestrians there is, and then what happens is these drivers don't like pay attention a lot because they can't see too well, or they're just not distracted by something. Then before they know it, because on April 1st, 2021, right on Cornelia Street past St. Peter's was right before the stoplight, right before the exit into before the entrance into the hospital. It was raining out, I was walking, and I was right in the middle of the crosswalk, and a vehicle, when it was raining, went through that stop sign and almost hit my left kneecap with their left headlight, my right kneecap. And so that's what I addressed to the city police, so that's why they were very intrigued and inspired by my work here. So I just hope that all of you can be inspired by this too, like me. So, but for this safety being said, I hope we can take this into consideration here and, have a topic on the agenda eventually about having this with the safety concerns and all that. And thank you for your time here.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Ms. Carlin.
Report payrolls of the various departments. The council approved the payrolls of the various departments of the city of Plattsburgh for the week ending August 20th, 2025 in the amount of $661,720.04. And the council approved the bills audited by the common council for the week ending August 15th, 2025 in the amount of $981,969.31, and August 22nd, 2025 in the amount of $1,924,373.86.
Any liaison reports? Public library?
I have none.
Nothing. Private passport.
We had our meeting yesterday at the public library. We discussed some things that we're gonna be working on for the rest of the year. Some of them wanna do a table at the Parks Come Alive at Melissa Penfield Park next month, so that's on September 18th. So hopefully you will see them there, teaching you about composting and everything. Our next meeting, I do believe, will be October 15th at 5 o'clock at the public library, and that's all I have to report today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Carlin.
Item 7.187, revising capital project H5110.85, 2022 public service buildings.
Move by Counselor Strack, second Counselor Evans. Roll call. Oh, discussion, I'm sorry. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Vaughn.
Yes.
Counselor Evans.
Yes.
Counselor Strack.
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Burnett.
Yes.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.
Carrie. Item 7.188, authorized change order, City Hall step project, exterior pedestrian pedestal light fixtures, Triangle Electric System Inc.
Moved by Counselor Colleen, second. Counselor Evans. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Strack,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Coney,
Yes.
carried. Item 7.189, authorized change order, City Hall step project front entrance Mid-State Industries Limited.
Moved by Counselor Colleen, second. Counselor Bond. Discussion.
This is gonna sound a little pompous, but, do you think, this is gonna be it?
Mike, I should get it.
Yeah, hopefully this should wrap it up, this is now everything's been exposed. We've been found something else, unless we want to extend the scope of the project out, unless there's something extra that you guys come back to us and say, we'd like to see something else beside that.
Mike, this is pretty much gonna be sidewalk around the building too.
It will be,
This
it
will
won't
be-
be complete sidewalk around the building. It's
Which
sidewalk
I'm
right
looking
in
forward
front
In
of
the front of the, but I mean, that whole front will be done at this point.
That'll look so much nicer. It'll look
it.
finished.
An EV charger to just left of the there.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans.
Yes.
Counselor Talon,
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Coney,
Yes.
carried. Item 7.190, travel request, city clerk.
Moved by Counselor Talon, second. Counselor Manette. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen,
Yes.
carried. Item 7.191, travel request, police department.
Moved by Counselor Evans, second. Counselor Bond. Any discussion?
Is this something? Okay. The police is going to learn about fire? Is that what it is? Am I reading this wrong?
No.
It's correct,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you before and I forgot.
Fire investigator training for a investigator at the Plattsburgh Police Department. I was one at one point, they have one current. In partnership with the fire department, we work in tandem, there's a team element being built here. So that when there's actually an arson, we make sure that there's a fire department member and an investigator assigned with both knowledge, they're like hybrids of each. So his team, who knows fire intimately, learns about interviewing, interrogating. And criminal processes, and then in turn, we know that intimately, and we learn about the fire growth, fire pattern.
So this is somebody new? Is that what you're saying?
This would be a new person to be trained, and I apologize, I don't have the answer off the top of my head, but somewhere back in the 90s. The Plattsburgh Police Department exclusively did arson investigations. So we had this conversation, Chief and I, a few years back, and a couple members of his department have taken the training. And our team still continues.
Okay.
So this will give you two, right?
This will have
One of the sergeant,
correct.
Sergeant Bernard.
Good to have.
No, it's good. It's not a bad thing. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen,
Yes.
carried. Item 7.192, authorized acceptance of a New York State DEC 2024 municipal zero emission vehicle rebate.
Moved by Counselor Talon, second. Counselor Manette. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen,
Yes.
carried. Item 7.193, authorized budget adjustment, water fund capital reserve infrastructure investment charges. Dam improvements.
Moved by. Oh, Counselor Manette and Counselor Colleen. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Manette,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen,
Yes.
carried. Item 7.194, authorize a memorandum of understanding with Clinton County Soil and Water Conservation District for management and implementation of the ash tree management grant.
Moved by Counselor Talon, second. Counselor Evans. Any discussions? Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Net,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.
Carried. Item 7.195, authorized contract agreement with Royal Banner Group to design and implement a bike trail brochure and website page update.
Moved by Counselor Colleen, second. Counselor Talon. Discussion. Dave, do you want to? You're
Just
good?
gonna abstain.
Okay. Roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Net,
Abstain.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.
Carried.
Any new business come before the council this evening? With that, I will take, Ms. Carla's on vacation, so I will entertain motion for adjournment. Counselor Bond, second. Counselor Evans, roll call.
Counselor Bond,
Yes.
Counselor Evans,
Yes.
Counselor Talon.
Yes.
Counselor Net,
Yes.
Counselor Colleen.
Yes.